is by far one of the most versatile industries today. Mass media, as it is called theoretically, is one of the most influential industries, being directly connected with the mass audience. The main function of the industry is to provide information and generate public opinion. It all began with the mass distribution of newspapers and magazines, from where it developed into its present form and structure.
Today, the definition of media has changed, and it is now has more variants, including television, radio, films and internet. The media has various purposes like providing entertainment, education, advocacy, among others. The scope of a career in media, therefore, is very vast.
That's right, and media studies provides cutting-edge preparation to students seeking non-traditional careers in mediated communication. Changes in communication technologies and media industries have led to the emergence of career opportunities that did not exist a few years ago.
A career in the media is the latest trend among many youngsters in India. The strong influence that the media holds over people's lives has also attracted many to begin a career in this field. The Media Studies program is ideally suited for entrepreneurial individuals comfortable with the ambiguity of rapidly changing technologies, industries and career paths. So now let's take you through the courses available in this field. A course in this field in undergraduation would consist of a BA Journalism and Mass Communication. There's also a BSc in Visual Communication, a BSc in Electronic Media, and the eligibility for this would be a 12 standard pass or an equivalent.
Right, now the Anna University also offers an MSc in Electronic Media. This is for a period of 5 years, and the eligibility is a pass in +2 or any other equivalent. There's also MSc Science and Technology and Communication.
And the eligibility for that would be a bachelor's in Visual Communication, Electronic Media, Journalism, or a bachelor's degree with 2 years of media experience. Now for the postgraduate courses which last for 2 years, there's an MA in Journalism, an MA in Mass Communication, MSc in Visual Communication, an MA in Media Management and MA in Broadcast Communication. And the eligibility for this would be a graduate from any stream.
Right, now the courses for PG Diploma, now this for a period of 1 year, there's a PG Diploma in Journalism, and the eligibility once again is a graduate in any stream. Right, to discuss more about media studies and so on and so forth, we're joined in our studios by two very special guests. First up, we have Mr. Balaji, who's the coordinator in the Department of Communication in the SRM Arts and Science College. We're also joined by Ms. Aparna Pillai. She's a former visual communication student. She's a television producer and actress, and she also runs a website. And I got that all in one breath.
Very good.
Okay. Good morning to both of you. Welcome to the show. So let me first start off with you. Can you tell us a little bit more about what media studies is all about?
Media is a study of way of communication, and it pertains to mass communication. We have subjects like print and advertising and journalism and television and cinema, everything which reaches to the masses.
Okay. Aparna, how did you choose this course?
Well, I wanted to do something in media. Actually, it started off as, when I saw all these star nights and everything, I wanted to do something like that. And it was very, very vague, and then someone advised me to take Viscom because, so whatever I was dreaming about, Viscom was my choice, so I did take Viscom, yeah.
It's not all about glam and all that, right? It's even about production and things like that. Take us through some
of part of everything, but actually people had a misconception that if you study visual communication, you can become an actor.
True.
Yeah, but it is not so.
Okay.
And it is, we have all the subjects like, television production we have advertising, we have print medium, we have cinema, and we have journalism, web designing, photography. All these things are part of the curriculum of visual communication. And it happens so that most of the, the great stars of Tamil Nadu now happen to come from visual communication, like Aparna.
Okay.
So it has had a misconception with the audience that the film industry is also part of the main curriculum.
Actually, it's no glam at all. I mean, you need to go there, go on the streets, work. So it's no glam at all. It's real hard work. So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Now, you're doing a whole host of things. Now, how has a degree in Viscom helped you in your career at the moment?
Actually, visual communication is about whatever, about television, about news and web and all that. So it's pretty much what I studied. I'm applying it to whatever I'm working on. In acting, it's quite surprisingly helped me a lot because you seem to be aware of the nuances. For example, you know, there's a camera, roll, action, and a cut. After a cut, you don't stop acting. You continue acting for a few more seconds because while editing, they will need that to edit, you know, whatever they want to chop off that portion.
That's right.
You know, those nuances, you're very aware of it when you're acting. And sometimes while doing the post-production work, you might, you know, they might want you a little more sadder, a little more happier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that's really helped me. Yeah.
Well, you know, we have graduation, post-graduation and research programs in media studies. So where exactly can one start?
Yeah, if you want to start your media studies, you can start with your BSc Visual Communication is one thing. And apart from that, you have your BA Journalism is there, and you have BSc Electronic Media. All these courses actually help students to go into the medium. And there are small differences. If you take BA Journalism, it basically pertains to the print medium. And if you go for visual communication, it gives you an hands-on experience on the broadcast and you know, the web designing and networking and all those things. And if you go into electronic media, it gives a special edge on audiography and videography. That's a small differences you have. But all these courses pertains to media studies.
But, so coming to these courses, would you say that there's been an increase in the demand in the number of students taking up these courses as compared to previous years?
Obviously. When I started my career 13 years back, it was very few students who opted this. In fact, the parents itself had a taboo about it. When they come to put their wards into the department, the first question they ask is, my son or daughter will going to join in the film industry? And that was, you know, that means that film industry became an untouchability in those days. But now the perception has changed. There was awareness among the people. And to share you about this, 2 days back there was, again, this parents came to join their wards. And one lady from Coimbatore came alone with her daughter, and she wants to put it. She was asking me again the same kind of questions. But one thing is, the daughter was very adamant. She wants to become a camera woman.
Oh, wow.
And mother came with her to put the daughter into the department. So that was a perceptual change among the people I can see in the past 15 years.
Okay. Now, apart from visual communication itself, what are some of the new subjects that are emerging in the field of media studies?
Yeah, see, apart from this BSc Visual Communication and electronic media, now SRM University is starting a film course. And Apana also might be knowing about it. Visual communication pertains, you know, with all the subjects of medium, and film is also part of it. Most of the people come there, you know, with the idea that it only gives an edge to film industry. It's not so. It's a curriculum which is also a part of it. But now there is, since this media and entertainment industry is growing in leaps and bounds, you know, in other 3-4 years, it is going to be $1.15 trillion of investment coming from the MNCs into India. So that time you need trained personnel. Gone are the days when just people go into the industry, start as an apprentice and then come up in their career. Now you need a basic education to enter into the industry. That's the basic difference you have it. Then keeping all this in mind, SRM is starting a film institute now and giving a degree course first time in the history of Indian Film Institute.
That's a degree in?
BSc Film Technology.
Okay. And
we are also starting with a diploma, 1-year diploma in film acting. As Apana put it now, since you know, BSc Visual Communication does not give an insight into acting.
Yes.
We want to give a chance to people who aspiring to become actors. You know, that's because there are a lot of channels coming now. You know, there are more than 15 to 16 channels in Tamil itself is coming.
Yes.
And every day, you know, there are 5 or 6 mega serials in one channel itself.
Yes.
So if you calculate that, it will be 35 to 40 mega serials where you need a trained actors. And that is a place where we are lacking. The government run institute here in Adaya, we have it, has stopped this acting course 7-8 years back.
Yes.
Why it should not be? Why acting should not be a part of a curriculum? So we taught it, and we are also starting a course in diploma in film acting this year.
Okay. But also, sir, one thing I asked you even before we came on air was, looking at media studies as a whole, does a student need to, you know, pursue media studies to, you know, join a profession, you know, like journalism or so on and so forth, or can they do any other course as well?
Obviously, why not? Why it should not be? See, if you want to enter into your banking sector, if you want to become a clerk, the basic qualification the banking sector expect from a candidate is a degree in commerce. And that is the case, why not a person who's entering into film industry or television industry should not have a basic degree? The times are changing now. If a person commits a mistake in a banking sector, it is only to a particular people. But if the same thing is going from a person in the mass medium, it is going to affect the masses. So why it should not be an education given to this people, to this people who are aspiring to become a media person?
So even acting, for that matter, it's always known to be an inborn talent and a quality that you develop upon. So how exactly will this course help in acting?
Yeah, see, it was even shocking for me when I went and asked the same question when this course was stopped in the government of Tamil Nadu. Most of the people said the same thing. It is only inborn qualities. Why it should be given a special training? But I'll tell you, even she knows about it. If you stand in front of the camera, and you should know the small nuances of the performance, and if you're standing in front of the camera and wasting reels after reels, it's again a waste of money, waste of time. And if you are trained in it, and you can really get the point where the director wants to.
It's also losing the inhibition. That's where you'll have to take up courses like this, because you will have to lose the inhibition that everybody's watching, the camera's watching, millions of people watching through the camera, all that. So only when your mind is really free, you can just emote as well as you can.
Exactly. Like if an actor stands in front of the camera and commits a mistake, it directly goes to the masses. So you will know how to develop that small nuances, which only if you go into a training course like this will be able to understand.
Look, coming to the broader aspect of media studies as a whole, there's so many new avenues, print, television, radio, internet, advertising. You were mentioning it. So how does one go about actually, choosing the right course for them? They can be really confused.
I think it's a calling.
You really believe that?
Yes, I do,
Okay.
because it did. I mean, when I started, I wanted to do event management. No, when I started, I wanted to do fashion designing. Then I got in, I wanted to do event management. Then finally, when I came to my third year, when I had to choose the subject, and I took television production. So
So it's a phase, each one goes through a phase of
exactly,
okay.
yes. It just directs you towards what you want to do. I think you have to make up your mind. It is a calling. You will have to listen to that inner voice and then go ahead, yeah.
And for that, I will also add one more thing in this. Most of the this is for the parents actually. Parents should allow their children to take up a career in which area they want to. When I have the orientation classes in the first day when they all come and join in the courses, when I ask them, almost 95% of them say it is because of their own interest they're coming and joining, not because of the parents. Okay. Parents wants to join in some other courses. They want to put their children in the courses, the normal convention courses. But it's only the interest of the children, they come and do it. And no regrets about it. Now I can tell you, almost 14 years and 10 batches went outside. Everybody is well settled.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, because I remember when, my mom let me do whatever she wanted, whatever I wanted. And then when I was in college, she used to ask me, why don't you ever study? What are you doing? What is this course? Do they teach you anything? But this is more practical.
Yes.
Right.
And it's a harder job because we don't have time. It's 24-hour job. It's a 48-hour job. You just don't have any time.
Yes.
I think it's the most hardest job ever. And she was, are you studying? Are they teaching you anything? Is this a proper course? And then we had an exam where we had to draw circles.
Okay.
So she says, what's there? What's there? You can just draw a circle. Why should you have an exam for that?
Okay.
But then you have to know drawing. So,
true.
things like this.
Exceptions cannot be examples. But what I have come across is people who have already in the media industry as a parent, they will put their walls into the department, not a common man. Common man will always have a doubt.
Okay.
But now it's changing.
Right, now we've been getting a lot of questions from our viewers as well, so I'll just take some very quickly. Neenu writes in from Nungambakam and she says, I'm doing my +2, but I'm very keen on doing journalism. Please tell me how to go about it and also what she has to do.
Nothing. Now there are a lot of colleges which is offering journalism. I would like to mention the colleges.
Yes, we'll actually take you through some of the colleges which offer these courses in Chennai. Some of them are the Asian College of Journalism, the SRM University, the MOP Vaishnav College for Women, Madras Christian College, Women's Christian College, Anna University.
There's also the Asan Memorial College of Arts and Science, the Loyola College, Government College of Arts and Crafts, the DG Vaishnav College, Satyabama University as well.
And the Guru Nanak College, the new college, the Chennai National College of Arts and Science.
So the basic qualification for this is just a pass. Some people will have a first class in it, but any medium can be okay. That any background with the +2 can be okay. Not exactly you should have any pre-qualification. For engineering you want to go, you have to do first group. That's not like that. Any group can be okay for it.
Okay.
Now, like Aparna was saying, this is a very practical field. So how important, I mean, how can they get trained or, intern in some places? Is that also provided by colleges for the course? Yeah?
Yes, it is very important. Most colleges stress on internship, which is a very good thing, because the first thing, see, if somebody comes for a job, the first thing I ask them is, any work experience? Have you interned anywhere?
Yes.
That's very important, because it's not just a textbook. Here you need to go and work. Only when you hold a camera, you know what's the problem you're going to face, and then you learn to solve it. So it is very important. You need to work.
The curriculum itself is patterned in that way. We have a theoretical subject and we have a practical subject every semester, and it is almost 50-50%. Like, it is not like other courses where you have most of theory papers, but here it is a practical oriented. And from the first year itself, we give importance to the practical subjects.
Okay.
So just before we wrap up this discussion, final thoughts from both of you. Your message to other aspiring students, what would that be?
Listen to your instinct. Go ahead. And the sky is the limit for this.
Okay. What about you, Aparna?
I think it's not just all glam. I think be ready to work hard and just enjoy yourself. If you really love it, then take it. It's the best thing that can happen to you.
All right. Perfect way to end this discussion. Thank you both ever so much for joining us. It's fine.
Thanks
so
for
much.
coming.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for tuning into this segment. Now, don't forget to tune into this special segment tomorrow as well. Now, if you have any queries or doubts, please send us an email. You can write into us at feedback@ndtv-hindu.com, and we'll get the experts to answer it.